My name is Augustin Muli. I'm the party leader of National Liberal Party. Today, my party, represented by the Secretary General, nominated me to contest for chairmanship of the PPLC, Political Parties Liaison Committee. Now, I humbly accept this nomination, and today I presented my manifesto to over 80 political parties out of the registered 91. The main point now, the main point of my manifesto reflects the current situation in the country. We are going through a period of change, especially after the Gen Z uprising that happened last year, the awakening of the young generation. PPLC finds itself in this moment where change has to take place. The current PPLC as it is has no proper funding. PPLC is supposed to be a tripartite body together with the IBC and the ORPP, the electoral body and the registrar of political parties. But what has happened is that the political parties, the PPLC has not got the empowerment to actually do anything. Political parties are completely under the ORPP and completely subject to the IBC. What's happening now is that the IBC has no consideration whatsoever in its deliberations on political parties. They want to make decisions that affect political parties without actually consulting political parties. The registrar of political parties, which exists because of political parties, wants to operate above the political parties. So they want to make rules for political parties. Now that was what my chairmanship stands for. We want complete independence of political parties. We want control of our funding. As things are now, all the funding that trickles down to political parties comes through other bodies. The political parties cannot be funded directly. As we are talking, we have presented a motion to, a petition to Parliament asking that all political parties, all registered political parties be funded by the government. We're still waiting to be called by the Parliament to go and defend this. So the political parties currently have a lot of issues, and I feel that if I'm the chairman if I'm chosen as the chairman of PPLC, I will lead a team that will tackle most of these issues, starting with funding, starting with compliance issues. The ORPP, the registrar, instead of supporting political parties, they are actually out to destroy parties. Instead of supporting democracy, multi-party democracy, they are showing that they are out to destroy political parties. They are out to close political parties. There is no funding from the government for 50%, 54 parties out of the 91 registered political parties. So as chairman of PPLC, I will fight for funding, I will fight for autonomy of PPLC, and I will fight for political space, for the recognition of all political parties in this country.
Maybe you can elaborate a little bit about membership and regulation. You said you want this regulation registered quickly.
Right now, the ORP, the registrar of political parties, is trying to close down political parties on especially two items. The first is offices. The ORPP expects every single political party to have at least 24 offices, county offices. Now, you expect a political party to open 24 offices and maintain staff, and that party is not funded. That party has no single cent. And they give regulations that we cannot even get funding from abroad. So the current environment is not conducive to the development of multi-party democracy. It's not conducive to the growth of political parties. Instead of the registrar of political parties finding excuse to develop political parties, they are finding excuses to close, to destroy multi-party democracy. At this time, especially when we are mourning the loss of our hero for multi-party democracy, Raila Odinga, is that it's time that the whole country reflects on multi-party democracy, and especially the institutions like the ORPP and the IBC, who are supposed to be supporting political parties, but who instead are destroying political parties. As chairman of PPLC, if I'm given this mandate, I will confront these institutions on behalf of political parties. We are going to form coalitions that are going to challenge the status quo in this country. We have already come together as political parties. 60 political parties have already come together to form a sort of an MOU where we can all share offices, and we are presenting that memorandum to the registrar of political parties. So we are going to stand together as political parties. We are going to hold each other's hand. We are going to make sure each of us is supported. None of us will be destroyed. It's either all or none.
In one of your mandates in your manifesto, you said you want to ensure a free and fair election. In fact, it's the number one in your mandate. Now, Kenya has a history of post-election tensions and mistrust among political actors. What role will PPLC try to play in curbing this? It's been ongoing for so long. It's like a song. What will you do different to ensure this?
That role of ensuring free and fair election, first of all, lies squarely on the IEBC. It's got the funding, it's got the mandate, it's got all the resources to make sure that an election is free and fair. But who are its principal actors? Who are its principal shareholders, stakeholders? It's the political parties. Now, when the IEBC does not consult PPLC, when the IEBC does not engage political parties, that is when there's all this mistrust. This is why we have all this disparity, where IEBC wants free and fair elections, but it's not working with the political parties. We are the stakeholders. We are the ones who prepare the candidates. It's us who can make sure an election is free and fair. So the IEBC must engage us, political parties, and by extension, the PPLC. So my role as chairman of PPLC will be to make sure that there is this engagement. We need PPLC and political parties to be consulted in terms of procurement of election material. We need PPLC and political parties to be involved in voter registration. All this.
Peace building, water education, and civic education.
Civic education, all this, we need the parties in the political parties who must do this. The IBC must come and consult us, must come and engage us in all of this. Has this been happening? No. And that's why there's that mistrust. A few weeks ago, we called the IBC to come and meet us, especially on this topic.
And what was the outcome?
The outcome was that they promised that they are going to engage us. 1 month ago, we met IBC, and they promised to engage us. 1 month after, we're still waiting. If the PPLC elects me as a chairman, I will pursue this. I will make sure that IBC works together in unison with the political parties.
So what is the status of the PPLC office that has been in the office?
There has been a lot of laxity. When somebody stays in office for too long, the current office bearer has been there for over 5 years. So when you stay for too long, you relax. And that's why we are saying it's time for a new broom. It's time for changes. The country wants change. We have to get rid of things that don't work. To be honest, the attendance today surprised us. Over 85% of the parties were here, and most of those who did not attend gave their apology. So from this we can tell that the mood of PPLC is change. They want change. And that's what my candidature and my manifesto stands for. It stands for change not only for PPLC, but for this country.